Hey everybody, Crew Chief 01. Doing a vid today on my Wasr 10. I showed this a while back when I first got it. This is a 762 by 39. This is a Century Arms import, and this is an AKM, an AK-47 variant. I'm really happy with this gun. Never had one before. Got into it, this platform, for relatively cheap. Decided I was going to keep the gun. Wasn't real happy with the furniture that was on the gun. If you're familiar with these guns, that's how they are. They come with a plywood furniture set on them. Bill over at the Lock and Load channel showed a video on his sons that they had refinished the furniture on. And Bill, I appreciate that vid, brother. Took everything that you laid out there and did the same. Went out and bought the same stain, the same way that you finished yours, I finished mine. Furniture turned out pretty decent. I mean, it turned out a lot better appearance-wise by far than the way I got it. Just wasn't happy with the length of pull though in the end, and I was still wanting to put an optic on the gun. So I did some investigating and I came up with what you see here now. Starting in back, I went with a Magpul CTR stock on a Voltar tube, adjustable tube, and that is a mil-spec tube. Also put on a Magpul half-inch cheek riser and a Magpul extended butt pad. And with that setup there, that gun is so much more comfortable to shoot for me. I've got long arms, so I needed a longer length of pull. And right now that isn't even set up all the way out, and it's plenty comfortable for me to shoot. Really nice setup there. Very solid, rock solid. There is no movement on that tube with that stock. It's just like a fixed stock. Moving up, I put on a Hoog overmolded grip. Really like that. It's very comfortable. Moving up from there, Pete over at the Armory channel, he was showing he uses the Bulgarian Circle 10 mags. I got some metal ones, some surplus mags when I got this AK. I think I got 3 of them with it. Very, heavy duty, extra heavy duty. You could drive a tank over the metal ones. Nothing wrong with them at all. They were brand new. Bought some Tapcos. Really, those are okay. I mean, they're not going to be the first on my list. But after I seen that review that Pete did on these Circle 10s, I went out and I bought a couple of them. And I'll say, well, I'll tell you right now, they're not cheap. But they are really high quality. They're extremely high quality, and I ended up buying a few more after that. And I'm pretty well set on them now. But Pete, thanks a lot also, man, for the tip that you gave on your vids. Excellent magazines, really excellent magazines. All right, moving up from there, put on a Tapco Shardy stub front grip. A longer one, if you would go with a longer one, it would not let you roll the magazine out. So that works real well for me for the way that I like to hold the gun. It makes just enough grip where my hand doesn't hang off of it. I'm not a real big fan of the AFGs, so I had them on my ARs before and stuff, and I'm just not a real big fan of them, but I do like the front grip. And then I wanted to replace the handguard, and looked out there, and I'm not a real big fan of quad rails because of the bulk and just the sharp edges on them. And I don't hang a lot of stuff on my long guns, so I seen this Midwest Industries handguard for this AK, and this is a model SS, and it comes with Picatinny rail sections that you can add on the sides or the bottom, and I used one on the bottom for the grip, and it comes with a dedicated one on the top for your optic. What I liked the most about this handguard was It's very narrow. It's as narrow as the wood furniture that was on there. It dissipates heat very well with all the ventilation holes. It's a two-piece unit. It bolts directly onto the barrel. Now, I have seen a lot of positive and negative videos on the use of a two-piece bolt-on. To me, I'm sure it changes the harmonics of the barrel a little bit, but you know, I mean, you're getting out, when you're shooting out, you know, 300 meters or better, I'm not going to be doing that. So I'm not going to see that loss. If there is some, I haven't seen any loss in accuracy yet for what I shoot. So it works out really well for me. If you have an AK and you're looking for a new handguard, this might be something to look into. It's very quality, well-made piece of equipment there for sure. And then on top, I went with a mini red dot, just a little Bushnell trophy. Guys, it ain't a high dollar, but I'll tell you what, it holds the recoil very well off of that rifle. You keep zero, and for the money, I couldn't beat it. Seen a bunch of reviews on that, and I thought it worked out very well. All in all, it's the gun's come along pretty good. I'm pretty much done with it now. Oh yeah, on the front I put on an AK-74 muzzle brake, and let's see what else do I got on it. Inside of it, put on the spring itself, on the mainspring, I got a recoil bumper pad on the inside there. That works out real well. And then on the finish that was on the gun, I went ahead and I refinished the gun. If y'all have this gun, you all know what I'm saying. It's the finish on them's all right. Mine was just barely all right. It wasn't even a parkerized finish that was on it. It was more or less just a flat black cheap ass paint job that I seen on it. It seemed like it was getting marred just sitting there, and the more I used it, the more it just really, the finish was horrible. Went ahead and I Duracoated the gun, and I'm really glad I did now. I'm not the kind of guy that's going to be, this isn't going to be my everyday fighting gun or anything like that. I'm not going to be dragging it through the gravel and slamming it up against trees and this and that. But for what I use it for, the finish has been holding up real well. It seems to be a pretty durable finish. I haven't seen really any wears yet, but I'm sure I will. But over the finish that was on there, this is a hell of a lot better. Really a nice process, easy to put on. The only thing that kind of sucked about it is I had to wait 4 weeks for the total cure time of it before I really could shoot it. And I mean, I didn't get in a big hurry with it. I even left it up. I could have put it together within 24 hours. If I wanted to, I let it sit for 2 weeks hanging, and all the parts hanging, and then I assembled it, and then waited for another 2 more weeks before I shot it. And it's perfect. I haven't seen anything. Got the barrel very hot, and no peeling or chipping yet. So we'll see how it goes. I'll let you know down the road, but it's something else. If you're interested, you've been thinking about Duracoating, I see a lot of yays or nays. There's a lot of finishes out there, but for what I paid for the Duracoat, did it myself. It was no big deal. It really was very easy. Well, y'all, I won't keep you. I just wanted to give you an update and kind of show you what's where this has transpired and where it's at now. And hope you all enjoyed watching my vid. And as always, later.